You smell the smoky air at a party and immediately know cigarettes are present. You see the burning end of one coming from someone's mouth, from a stranger, or even a friend. Even though they are present, a lot more goes behind these chemical, tobacco filled rolls of paper. Cigarettes are a staple in societies around the world and especially prevalent in American society and entertainment. These tobacco nicotine sticks are available at any gas station across the country and can be purchased when one is 21 years or older. Most people have bad opinions on cigarettes because they can cause sickness, and most people dislike them for the smell that they can make an environment have. Even though there are negative aspects with cigarettes, there are still plenty of positive aspects. A lot of us can relate to cigarettes because many people around our age smoke them, and they are closely related to electronic cigarettes, which are becoming more prevalent through the recent years. Some of us can relate to being peer pressured in an environment with a cigarette, and some of us smoke one because we think it'll make us look cooler, which it can in some cases. The cigarette industry has had many mountain highs and valley lows. The orange and white candy stick, also known as a cigarette, is very popular and important to know about because of its unique history, interesting statistics that are important to know if one wants to begin, continue, or stop smoking, and its ability to change your character or the opinion of someone that you know in real life, in a movie, or a TV show. The year is 1612, and the first pilgrimage includes the beginning of tobacco growing and smoking in the Americas. A pilgrim by the name of John Rolfe harvests the first tobacco plant in the current state of Virginia. By 1860s, New York was home to many cigarette factories, including the Barosin brothers, F.S. Kinney, and Allen and Ginter. In 1888, 744 million cigarettes are being produced thanks to the new cigarette rolling machine designed and manufactured by James Bonsack. At the time of his invention, he also spent over $20 million in current U.S. money on cigarette advertising and thus began the climb of cigarette usage that we know of today. Once the cigarette train began to roll, many anti smoking campaigns began because of the coughing and to eliminate children from smoking. Even then, smoking stayed around because of World War I, and many soldiers got addicted in Europe, and the advertising in the US made it seem okay, according to the Lucy Team and Company. These advertising campaigns went as far as getting doctors to promote smoking and say it would reduce throat congestion and that Lucky's, a brand of cigarettes at the time, would be less irritating in the throat than other brands shown by the History Channel. Many movies began showing characters smoking, and even TV shows like The Flintstones made even more Americans begin to smoke. Eventually, advertising of cigarettes became banned in 2005 because of the statistics that cigarettes that were shown that have been proven by science, and since a 5% decrease in smoking. According to Mayo Clinic, many diseases can be attributed to smoking, such as lung and throat cancer. Lung cancer is a type of cancer that's in the lungs and includes coughing, headaches, and chest pains and weight loss. 90% of lung cancer patients were smokers for most of their life. People who quit smoking after 10 years can reduce their chance of getting lung cancer by about 30 to 50%. Throat cancer is also very prevalent in smokers, and this includes trouble swallowing, speaking, sore throat, coughing, and in some patients, having to cut a hole in the patient's throat in order to breathe. 80% of men and 65% of women with this type of cancer is because of smoking, and half the deaths related to these cancers is because of smoking related incidents. There are about 480,000 deaths and 8 million worldwide because of smoking, and this is correlated with lung and throat cancers. 7 million are direct smoking, and 1.3 are secondhand smokers. Secondhand smokers are people who don't smoke but frequently hang around people that do. Most of these patients are either married or they just have friends that smoke. 28.3 million adults in the US smoke, and about 5 to every 100 people smoke aged 18 to 25. And considering these statistics, the question arises why anyone would smoke and how it would change someone's perspective of seeing someone smoke. People have many opinions on cigarettes. Some people don't mind cigarettes, and some don't have an opinion at all. Some people can't stand smoking, and some people encourage it. There are a couple of factors as to why people may have these various opinions. Some don't mind because they're not the ones smoking, or because they think that the benefits outweigh the costs. Some can't stand it because of the smell or taste that it produces, or what it can do to someone. Even though people have these opinions, still people smoke because they love the potential buzz that it gives and the effect that it could have on their character. One example of this is that teenagers in a movie smoking can make a child smoke because it looks cool. A good example of this is Grease. Plenty of them smoke and have a cool personality, and this can lead someone to watch the movie start smoking because they will look cool around their friends, said by the National Center of biotechnology information. The tobacco-filled cigarettes are massively popular because of the advertising, but have decreased in popularity because of recent statistics shown by doctors. Many statistics show the dangers of smoking, but the popularity of them grew so much through advertising and history that the statistics barely dent the amount of smoking. Some believe it can help their character and not be as self conscious about themselves in public. Cigarettes have a good side and a bad side, but it's ultimately up to the individuals who are of age to decide if they want to be involved or not. This speech can create a sense of understanding as to why cigarettes are so prevalent in society and the risks and benefits involved with smoking one. As a side note, it can show how powerful advertising can be. The golden glow from a cigarette butt can be just as dark and as bright, but the information provided helps on deciding that dilemma.